few things in this world keep their promise. It's like coffee does. Coffee doesn't lie. Water's ready. Now don't come for me. Their marketing is so good. It just melts in to mama's coffee. I'm Nico. This is NicoSpeaking, and today we're talking about coffee and everybody else who wants to be coffee, but it's not. It's disturbing how well these companies are marketing these coffee alternatives, but they're not coffee. If you're a jitter person and you can't do coffee, we're gonna talk about some of the other alternatives. So we're gonna be focusing on these two rock stars because they've been marketing the hell out of me, and it's so good. Ryze and Everyday Dose. All right, I need to have this coffee, and between the creamer and the mushroom base, chef's kiss. And that's how we do our coffee, so mindful, so thoughtful. We're just gonna cut to the chase because I know why you're here. I'm a coffee person. I've been drinking coffee since I was 3 years old. I've reached a point in my life where I'm a little bit older. Caffeine is clearly impacting my sleep. I monitor my sleep with my Oura Ring, and I've noticed that when I drink caffeine after 11 a.m., I wind up having a disrupted sleep pattern. I've been trying every coffee alternative out there. I tried this Nanduka, very expensive. This is from Peak. I love their teas, but this has a heavy residue and it tastes a lot like chai. And if I want chai tea, I'll drink chai tea. I'm looking for something that is coffee adjacent. I did try mud water. I was gifted an entire gift set at a biohacking conference, and let's put it this way, I left it in the hotel room as part of the tip, because at the very least, mud water is truth in advertising because it literally is mud water. I couldn't get past the texture or the mud-like taste to even consider the benefits. Then there's Four Sigmatic, old school. I really tried to love them when they first came out because I love the whole biohacky, bio-optimizing element of these things. But again, there was just something about the way it tasted where it was a little bit too pungent on the forest floor side. It's come down to this. Everyday Dose, or is it Ryze? Spoiler alert, Everyday Dose is not made out of purple glitter, much like their advertising shows. Their marketing people are geniuses, and it's really all about Jack and his struggle. And they give you the whole story in the little booklet. He was taking Adderall. Now, they put in a lot of other non-mushroom elements like collagen. I like to control the amount of protein that goes into my body. So having the collagen in the Everyday Dose is not helpful to me. I liked it on its own in the afternoon. That was the thing. When I got that midday slump, very easy to do an Everyday Dose. I usually put it in my chia pudding when I break my fast later in the day. It's so expensive. Now look, if you can afford it, it's nice. This is the size of the bag. There's 30 doses that come in here. I have my contacts in and I can barely see. But the thing is they suggest having 3 or 4 doses a day. I went through this in 10 days and this was expensive. It's like $40. They say you could do 3 or 4 of these a day. At this price point, I just can't do it. But if you can afford it, it mixes well. The taste is not unpleasant. You can zhuzh it up, stevia or whatever your ceremony is like. There's nothing offensive about it. Marketing is good. It gets me. When you stay an Every Dose subscription member, they send you this cool spoon, and it's not purple glitter. I was kind of half hoping that it would be, but it's not. You know what? If it were purple glitter, I probably would keep getting it because that's how influenced I am by marketing. It's so good. Their advertising. I feel like Everyday Dose is more like a cult. I saw on my Instagram feed now that they're partnering with Othership. When I saw how they were partnering with Othership, I was like, how did I drink the Kool-Aid before this happened? And this is their comment. It's the cult of coffee alternatives. I am in New York City, and Othership opened a location here last summer. I got my founding membership, and I'm actually leaving for there in about 15 minutes to meet my sister and a friend to do a down session because it's amazing, right? And Othership also has a breathing breathwork app. It's transcendental. It's insane the amount of change you can do with breathwork. And so the fact that these guys knew me, partnered with them, like, how do they know me? How do they get into my head? God, I love their marketing. I know that they don't know me personally. I want to be friends with Everyday Dose. Ryze, their marketing to help you rise is so clever. And they get me on the other side of the scale where I don't need friends. I just want to feel good. And all my 50 and overs out there will understand that when a product like this comes along and makes so many health claims about energy, bloating, brain fog, and what else did it say? Oh, it's going to heal your vision. But clearly, all the claims that they make, I don't know. So this is my week 3. I'm on week 3 of Ryze. The price point's better. There is some caffeine in here. It's like mild Arabica coffee, but it's non-acidic. I can do this past 11. It's a low dose caffeine, but they balance it out with the other elements in here. I can't do this all day, but I did notice that when I binge on food, that I shouldn't, because I can't get away from the carbs. I did notice that I've had a lot less bloating and my tummy is flatter in general, which is one of the many claims they make. Is my vision better? No. Did my underarm flab go? No. However, again, mix as well, not an unpleasant taste. There were some mornings where I tried to do only Ryze, and I still needed to mix it with caffeine. These are not technically accurate measuring spoons, but they're little wood spoons. It's very ceremonial. It really leans into the ceremony aspect of rising, and I do love a good ceremony, but they also have this creamer. So when I did my initiation bundle, I got both. And you know what? I'm not mad at this probiotic creamer. I like it. It's got MCT in it. So I've been putting that in my morning coffee. I've been trying to save money because I'm making some big changes next year, which you'll see about in future episodes. So I have to save money, and that's why I'm really conscientious about what I'm buying. But I did want to try both. If you can't have caffeine at all, one of the best alternatives is cacao. Right, and there are all these new ceremonial grade cacaos out there with shrooms in them, and that'll be for another episode. But I really wanted to get down. If I had to choose between Ryze and Everyday Dose, I choose Ryze. Now, if you're a coffee drinker, you're having the financial dilemma that I'm having. I'm just gonna throw down a little pro tip for you if you don't know. Dunkin' Donuts, medium roast, not sponsored. This is their original blend, and it's 100% Arabica, I don't know how to say it, coffee. If you go to a Dunkin' Donuts, you can get 3 bags of this ground coffee for $20. It's not 100% organic, but if you're trying to save money, you could still have caffeine. I'm limiting myself to 2 cups of coffee or 1 Contigo. That's a big Contigo. And usually I'm done by 11. That seems to impact my sleeping less. I do dose it with Ryze. I was putting the Everyday Dose in there, but I'm out of it. If you could afford it, do Everyday Dose, but you're gonna wanna double or triple up because it goes quick. Ryze, low acidity, they both taste good. I'm not mad at either one. It's the price point for me. But if you can do coffee, I would say, go to Dunkin' Donuts and get 3 bags of that because that's like $6.60 or whatever a bag. So cost effective. Make your own coffee. When I want something that has a feel, I do cacao. I do hot chocolate. And this one has no sugar or anything in it. It's Dutched, it's keto. And I'll just mix this with some hot water, even put a little salt in it, makes it taste sweet. If I have to really go no caffeine, then typically what I do is I'll just go for peak. You know, I have these really expensive Nandukas that I have to finish up. Another good alternative, I love yerba mate. If I have to really work hard and kick up my productivity, I'll do yerba mate. And I've got myself a bomba with the little bomba straw. I will do this and sip to put one tea bag in and keep filling it back up with hot water. And yerba mate is really good for concentration. I have like a million herbal teas. You have to be careful with hibiscus tea because it lower your heart rate. If you're on heart medication, be careful with that. Hibiscus tea. Chamomile tea is a great alternative that will calm you. Good luck. That's all I can say. If it's not coffee, it's not coffee. That's what I'm gonna say. If it's not coffee, it's not coffee. Anyway, I gotta get to the other ship. Please, coffee people, stop sending me these little frothers. I don't need any more frothers. Nobody needs this many frothers. And then I have more frothers than that. These are the ones, but look, that's the one from Everyday Dose, and it says, "You got this." Come on, stop being so good at marketing. Okay, I gotta get into like my Zen mood. I think I've had too much caffeine. It's not even 11 yet. It's about to become 11. I have to finish whatever's left of my Contigo and go, go, go. I can't wait for you to see what's in the next episode. Thank you for joining me. I'm Nico. This is NicoSpeaking. And we spoke a lot about coffee and coffee alternatives. The clear winner is Ryze for the price point, the taste, the mixability. They make a lot of medical claims, but it did really help me with bloating and my weight. Thank you for joining me today in this quick little coffee alternative conversation. Next week, I'm gonna disclose some secrets to you about how I aced every interview I ever had as a corporate ninja and a hiring manager, the kinds of things that I look for when I interview people, because interviewing is an art form. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them below. Subscribe to my little channel and let me know what you want to speak about at any time. I'm gonna go to the other ship and change my mind. I'm Nico. This has been NicoSpeaking. Over and out.